What's up everybody, it's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video, and I'm back in Planet Coaster, one of my all-time favorite games, even though it's not fully even released yet. So in this episode I focus on this part of the queue line quite a bit, and just to get it covered because I kind of neglected it on previous episodes when I was actually working on the station and stuff, so I figured it'd be appropriate to go ahead and get this building down and finished as well. So I actually do end up doing quite a bit of a little experimenting with this building, mostly on the roof and stuff, using stuff what they're not meant for, and I haven't really done that, and this is the first time I've ever experimented and actually tried it out. So it's very interesting, and I actually try and go for this kind of wooden roof, and I kind of used these blue roofs as kind of an outline or kind of a guide to help me out and get what I needed, because it's kind of the roof that I had to use anyways. But what I tried to do here is use the advanced tool to use these kind of like they're kind of like the wooden balconies, and I used the advanced rotation tools and placement tools to actually create a wooden roof instead, because you don't have because I like the textures on these, and it turned out actually pretty decent in a way. Now, and then you can use the duplicate tool to your advantage, but I couldn't really get it to work out very well right there, so I actually ended up just doing this the entire way. And I'm sure there probably would have been a way for me to get this perfect, but ended up just doing it the long and old-fashioned way, which was okay because it didn't take that long anyways with the advanced movement tools. Now, I did notice that I had the things going through the thing, or the bottom parts actually go through the roof, and I actually kind of cheat on this in a way. I actually use the duplicate tool to get the other side, which actually placed pretty well. So I go ahead and patch it up with just a flat roof right under it, so you can't see it and when you're in the queue line. So that's kind of how I cheated on that in the long run. And then there's only one piece that actually fits that part, and it's these white walls, and they kind of turned out kind of weird, where on one side the blue was coming through, and on another side it wasn't, which is kind of weird in a way because it's supposed to be placed in the same spot as the other one, and it did it on both sides, which is kind of weird. So I kind of did my best to kind of hide them up with these wooden things as well, and it turned out alright because it didn't look super clean and accurate, but I was kind of going for that old-fashioned-y like look anyways, so it ended up turning out alright in the end. I don't know if I'm going to patch up these white things at all. They actually turned out to look okay, I suppose, in the end. I mean, it didn't look bad with just the random white spots, the white slanted walls, but I think I'm going to go ahead and keep them just because adds a little bit of uniqueness to the building itself. And after I added these little wooden parts to it, it just kind of made it fit just a little bit better, and yeah, it turned out alright. And I haven't done any like theming or anything in this little covered queue line section, but went ahead and just did these fences in a way, and I was like, man, I gotta cover this bottom part up, especially with the path. So at first I was just gonna put some foliage down, and I decided, no, let's just do some rock work and cover it up that way, because rock work, you can never go wrong there using the rocks in this game, because the rocks are always amazing. And it actually worked out very well to my surprise liking. So sometimes it doesn't work, and most of the time it does. So in this case, it actually worked pretty well to use the rocks in this situation, and I was pretty satisfied with it in the long run. So a lot of this episode I'm going to be just patching up just some detailing and patching up some of these grassy areas, and I decided to go ahead and do kind of like a bridge over this over the pathway here in kind of a stylish fashion-ish type of way, and it actually turned out pretty well. It's kind of improvised a little bit and not really, planned as much. I wanted to do this, but I didn't know how I was going to do it in a way, if that makes sense. But this bridge kind of turned out looking pretty decent, and I'm pretty proud of it, actually, the way it did turn out, and in general, it looks pretty good. In a future episode, I do patch up that golden arch eventually, but not in this episode. It did bug me for quite a while, and yeah, so it's pretty much just some more foliage and these little green patches of grass, and a lot, just flowers and plants and stuff like that. Always makes everything look great, and you can't ever go wrong with it there. So, anyways. That's pretty much what I get done there, just patching up those areas, a couple of rocks, and it looks good. It looks good. So, I've actually already recorded to the point where I actually finished this entire coaster area, so I'm already like 5-6 episodes ahead right now, so that's pretty good, and all I have to do is edit and do my voiceovers in each episode, so it makes it pretty easy for my uploading schedule. So I usually record quite a few episodes in a row when I do record, so I do get a lot of recordings done, and the editing process isn't too lengthy, so that's why I've been getting videos out pretty often, and I'm trying to get in a schedule with some new some more variety videos. So Roller Coaster Tycoon World's gonna make its way back into the channel, if you haven't noticed already. I already posted a video on that, and it's gonna try and work its way into the upload schedule as well. And I eventually want to get back into the Parkitect series as well. So just stay tuned, and I'm gonna try and add more and more stuff as I go along. But for right now, Planet Coaster, you're gonna be seeing the most of, because I'm just way into this park right now that I really want to get it finished, and really want to make it my #1 priority right now. And but the Roller Coaster Tycoon World's had quite a few updates, so I went ahead and took a look at it as well. So, but it still doesn't have the feel that Planet Coaster has for me, and Planet Coaster is it just feels like the next Roller Coaster Tycoon in a way, and I can't wait till more and more comes out. Kind of my wishes in Alpha 3 is hopefully maybe some water, and possibly some water rides. That's something that we desperately need, I think, in our parks, especially for a pirate park like this. I would definitely want to have some water rides, maybe in the future, and possibly when Alpha 3 comes out, I might come back to this park, and depending on when water comes out, I definitely want to add water to this park at some point when it comes available. And I don't want to do it the way everyone else has tried to do it, just kind of like using the blue like roofs or something, or I think there's like blue paths, just whatever people use these days. But I don't do that, and I decided to go ahead and make this castle here to kind of make it on this corner of this pathway, because there was just a gap there, and I had to make something, and I wanted to make something kind of cool. And it's more like a facade more than anything. There's not much to it. It's just kind of a for-show type of deal, so there's not really a back part to the building. It's mainly just the two towers and these front parts, and I wanted to have a nice big door and kind of like this cool looking tower facade that makes it pop out a little bit on the corner of a walkway and stuff. And I thought it turned out pretty decent. And there's actually something I do that's really cool. Don't know if it's in the next episode or the episode after that, but it actually relates to this little facade that I actually put in. And again, with these little beams, and those are like always everywhere. It's like the heart of the park, or those little beams right there. And there's still a lot to work to do in this area of the park, and I can tell you right now, it does end up coming together quite nicely in the end, because I've already got it done, in the future. But I'm recording this like later, so I've already recorded like through episode 15 at this point, and I can tell you I've already started on a new section of the park, and I can't wait to get those videos out and show you guys. And if you're watching this in the future and those are already out, go ahead and take a look at those too. So, but anyways, I'm still working on my detailing skills on buildings and stuff. There are times I do feel like I do rush it a little bit just because I want to get to the next section, and when it comes to buildings, I just try to get through them, and that's probably not the best thing to do, but at the same time, you know, I'm trying to get through this park and get it finished. I don't want to rush it. I'm not saying I'm rushing it, but I'm just trying to try to go at a decent pace on this park so it doesn't take like 100 episodes for one park. And if you know what I mean, I try to do my best to try and get through this, because if you notice, I'm kind of a slow builder. My time lapses are about 50 minutes of gameplay usually, around there, and I condense it down to under 15 minutes with the time lapse, and that's the fastest it will let me go. But we're coming close to the end of this video, and I say that like every single video, but this time we actually are getting close to the end. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode, and lots more in the future to come. And yeah, so when we come back, there's just more detailing and stuff in this section of the park, and we just try to finish it up and detail it as best as we can. So remember, if you want to, what I wanted to say is, actually, if you have a name for this coaster, please leave in the comments below. I want to find a name for the coaster. So that's something to think about. But anyways, everyone have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.